trying to do. Okay, so we have two integers which are less than minus 3. That means it has to be ahead of minus 3 and the difference is greater than minus 3. So if you add minus 3, the question is, what is, give us, let me just write the question first so that it is easier for you to understand. So it is two integers, you have to write two integers less than minus 3, right? So it means it will be on the, if this is 0, yes please.
Because whatever you are writing on the screen right now, it is not visible. Your screen has been paused.
Whatever I am writing on the screen, it is not visible. You're not able to
But
see.
now it is visible.
Now it is visible. Okay. All right. Oh, now you are able to see. Let me zoom it a little bit more. So now I think you should be able to see. Now it is clearer.
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
I thought you were not able to see the screen. So that means it will be two integers less than minus 3. So they can be this one, any integer less than minus 3. Let us say we have minus 4 and minus 5, right? And the difference is more than minus 3. So if you find the difference of this, what will it be? Minus 4 plus 5. So what does the answer come to? Minus 1, right? Now minus 1 is greater than minus 3 because it is on the right side. So the right side numbers are greater numbers and the left side numbers, they are lesser numbers on the number line. As we move to the right of the number line, the numbers are greater. As we move to the left of the number line, the numbers are lesser. So you can take any integers which are less than minus 3 and always the difference will be more than minus 3. Because when we are finding the difference, then it will automatically move to the right hand side. Okay. So are you able to see this? Let us take minus 5 and minus 6. Both of them. Yes, please.
Mom, you have subtracted minus 4 minus minus 5, so it became minus 4 plus 5. So it should be positive 1.
No, but we are talking about the difference between these two integers. Na? So we are talking about the difference between these two integers. So it means that we are finding out the difference between these two integers. ये दो integers जो हुए इनका difference निकालना है ना हमको. So even if you take minus 5.
Yes, it will be plus 1. Yes, miss.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, it will be plus 1. That is what you were talking. If it was minus 5 minus 4, then this would have been equal to minus 1. So this is also greater than minus 3. So any two integers that you take which are less than minus 3 and you find the difference, it will be more than minus 3. So even if you find minus 4 minus 5 or minus 5 minus 4, the difference of minus 4 and minus 5 or the difference of minus 5 and minus 4, whichever you take, either you subtract minus 5 from minus 4 or you subtract minus 4 from minus 5, both of these cases you will find that the result will be greater than 3. Minus 3. So you can take any of the integers. As I was saying, minus 5 minus 6, you can take an example. So minus 5 minus 6, this will also give you minus 5 plus 6, it will also give you plus 1, and this will also minus 6 minus 5, this will also give you equal to minus 1. Let us say we take minus 4 and minus 6. Okay. So minus 4 minus 6. So what will this be? Minus 4 plus 6. So the answer will be what? 2. So this 2 is also greater than minus 3. So any integers you take, their difference will always be more than minus 3. So okay, so are you clear in this concept? Are you able to understand this concept?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now,
Excuse me, miss.
yes, please.
Miss, exercise 1D question 15 I could not understand.
Exercise 1D question number 15. A number changes
miss.
from minus 20 to 30. This one? Or
Yes,
is it
miss.
a different question? This question?
Yes, miss.
Okay, okay. Let me just explain.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, in new book, in 1D, there is only up to question number 11. So just can you just show the question?
Up till 11. So the question, it might be in your exercise. Okay, let me just check with the.
Miss, the questions are same, just some are out of from that.
Some are different. The questions are the same. It is still 11. So a number it is question number 11 in your book. A number changes from minus 20 to 30. In your new book, it is question number 11. Okay. Someone asking to join in. Let me just add them. Let them join. Okay. So did you get the question in the new book? It is the same question, which is in 1D. It is question number 11, I think. Right. Okay.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
now here it says a number changes from minus 20 to 30. Right. So if you look at this over here, if I draw a chart, and if I say, let me just mark it in 10, because we are talking about this over here. So minus 10 and minus 20. So it changes from minus 20 to 30. Okay, so let me get the 30 also over here. So it changes from minus 20 to, it moves to 30, right? So it says, is someone still trying to join in, I think. Okay. Alright, so minus 20 to minus 30, it has changed, right? It is asking you what is the increase or decrease in the number. Now you remember, if we are moving to the right side, the number is increasing. If we are moving to the left side, then the number is decreasing, right? So now what is happening is minus 22 plus 30, the number has changed. So it has changed to how many places has it moved? So it has moved 10. We are counting 10, 10, 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it has increased by 50. Right. Now how do we express this into how do we express this into this equation form? I think someone else is also coming and wants to join in. Okay, so it has increased by 50. So how do we express that this has increased by 50? So we say that from minus 20 it has moved to 30, right? So minus 20, what shall you add to minus 20 to give you 30, right? You have to add something to minus 20, na? So that you get 30. Are you getting this?
Yes,
are you
miss.
able to get this? Or if you are not using the x thing, we will just go back from 30 to minus 20. So we are subtracting. Now we are moving from 30 to minus 20. We'll just go in the reverse order. So what we do is we are subtracting minus 20 from 30. So we're moving backwards. So how many steps are we moving, or what is the difference that is being made? So it will turn out to be 30 plus 20, which is 50. Okay. So here also you can say that if there is something that needs to be added to this minus 20, it will give you 30. So even if you are using it in the x method, what you do is you shift the number to this side and the unknown figure to this side. So over here in the number line also you can understand that how much the number has increased. So it is moving every time, it is moving in the right direction, right? So from minus 20 to minus 10, then 0, then 10, 20, 30. I have put it up in, I have marked it in tens so that it is easier. So minus 20 to minus 10, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it has increased by 50. Why do we say it has increased by 50? Because we have moved to the right side. And every time we move to the right side, we add those numbers. We are adding those numbers. So it is increasing by this much. Okay. Now the second part says a number changes from 40 to minus 30. So now let us, let me make this a little bit extended. Let me extend this. Minus 40 to, says minus 30, right? Now let me use a different color so that it becomes easier for you to understand it. Now we are moving from minus 40 to minus, 40 to minus 30. Now which side we are moving? We are moving to the left side. So that means the number is decreasing, right? So it has, number has decreased by how much? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It has decreased by 70. Now how do we know that it has decreased by 70? Again we will go in the reverse order. So from with minus 30 we are decreasing. From 40 we have moved to minus 30 over here. So we are decreasing this. So what we are doing is from 40 it has already started to decrease. So when we are putting it this way, so minus 30 and we are decreasing 40 from over here, so we get minus 70. That means it has decreased by 70. Are you getting this? So to reach minus 30 we have subtracted 40 from it. We have decreased 40 from it. Are you getting this? Why do we say decrease? Because we are moving on the left side, towards the left side. So 30 is decreased by 40. So that is why we are writing this over here. Here minus 20 was over here, minus 20 was increased by 30. So we moved over here to this side. Or if we are going in the reverse order from over here, 30 was decreased by minus 20 if we are going it over here. So this is like 30, it is minus 70 over here. So that is why we say that it has decreased by 70. So from the numbered line you can easily find out how much something has increased or decreased. Okay. Yes. Next questions please. Next doubts. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Yes. Next question, please. Anybody having any more doubts? No more doubts? Okay then. So, what we will do is, we will take up, I told you, please continue to do this exercises, all the exercises of integers. So anyone who has not yet finished till 1C at least I think you should be able to finish by 1C. So I'll be sending the homework as well in the Google. Has the Google Classroom been updated? I don't know if it has been done so or not. I will send the homework in the Google Classroom or in the WhatsApp group as well. We can do that. So let me just erase this. The next thing that we are going to do after integers is just a minute. Where did it go? After integers, let me just reduce the size so that I am able to erase it quickly. So after integers, we will be doing fundamental concepts of algebraic expressions. So you started with algebra in class 6, right? So we will just take up the fundamental concepts of, where did this go? Oh, this keeps on giving me, and this pen has, okay, let it be, I'll just, it is gone now. Okay. So fundamental concepts of algebra we will have for our unit test. Integers we will have for unit test. Fundamental concepts of algebra we will have for unit test. Along with that, we will have fractions for the unit test. Yes, fractions. So fractions, you did it, you have been doing it since class 4 or class 5. You have been studying the concept of fractions, right?
It's class 4.
So fractions, let me just check. Fractions 37 exercise. Fractions 3a, 3b, 3c, 3d. Can you quickly check in the new book and tell me as to how many exercises are there in the fractions lesson?
Miss 2E.
Till E, na? Right. So here also in the old book also it is 3E. 3E, 24 questions. Last question 24.
Ma'am, 2E. 2 is up to 16.
2 is fractions is second chapter for you.
No, miss.
Huh.
There are 2 fractions.
Sorry. Rational numbers, not rational numbers. Fractions. One would be rational numbers, one would be fractions. Check fractions. Fractions, how many exercises are there?
Ma'am, 3E.
Till E, right? So for fractions we will have till C. So just till C we will keep in the unit test. Algebraic expressions, fundamental concepts of algebra. So let us start with that so that we can understand. We can just, it will be kind of a review lesson for you because you have already studied that in this thing. So we
Miss, can you again say the unit 1 portion?
just a minute. Fundamental concepts. Unit test portion, I'll have to clarify it with the other teachers as well. But we are planning to have this integers and fundamental concepts and a few exercises of fractions. And maybe we do not know what time we will be having our this. Someone is joining in, or let me just check. Oh no, okay. So what time, how much time we will get after the school reopens? So fundamental concepts we will have. Fundamental concepts also, not all exercises. We will do till exercise 11C. So we will have addition, subtraction and multiplication. Division we will take up later on. So at least this much is going to be there. Integers, full chapter. Then fundamental concept 3 exercises and fractions 3 exercises. So that much we will have of 3 or 4 exercises from fractions. Fractions we want to keep because fractions I will be giving you in homework. You will solve those at home in your vacations, and any doubts we will clarify when the school reopens. Okay, because fractions you have already done in your previous classes. So we will let you do the fractions part at home during your vacation time. Let us go ahead with the fundamental concepts of algebra. Okay, so we are talking about algebra over here, and many of the students are scared of algebra. So just a minute.